I've been making bows for over 8 years now, and today I want to share my top 5 bows every bowyer should try building. This list will be a bit unusual. I will pick one bow for each category. The best bow for beginners, the easiest bow to make, the most iconic, the most fun, and finally, my personal favorite. Even after completing over 100 bow building projects, I still feel far from mastering this craft. On my bow making journey, I've always enjoyed experimenting with materials, techniques, and designs. Today I want to share a bit of that experience. If you enjoy my content and want to dive deeper into bowyery, feel free to visit my website. You will find bow building ebooks and articles there. Just last week I posted a detailed blueprint of one of my recurve bows, so it's definitely worth checking out. But for now, let's jump into the video. The best bow for beginners. The green wood bow. In my opinion, the best project for an aspiring bowyer is a green wood bow, a bow made from freshly cut wood. When you are just starting out, you want to do something now, and waiting months for wood to season is rarely appealing. Green wood bows solve that problem perfectly. Not only you can start working right away, but you also gain valuable skills before moving on to seasoned, more precious staves. It's a win-win. These projects usually use branches or saplings, so there is not much room for fancy designs. You simply follow the grain and remove wood from the belly side. Of course, most greenwood bows will be inferior to bows made from the seasoned material. There are ways to improve the outcome, to temper and harden a fresh stave, to make it fully reliable and better performing, but that's a topic for another video. The easiest bow to make, a simple flat bow. Now, this is not the same as the best for beginners. Here I'm taking a different angle and focusing more on design. We dive a bit deeper in the theory with this one. So the easiest bow to build basing on my experience is a long, flat bow with wide limbs and a stiff handle. No fancy curves, nothing exotic. Just a proven design that with a bit of experience works with almost any wood. Why is it so effective? Wide limbs distribute stress extremely well. The wider and longer the bow, the more working surface there is to handle tension, assuming proper tiller. A stiff handle is also easier to execute than a working one, though it makes the bow longer overall. The downside is the material. Wide staves can be harder to find and require better wood quality. What's also worth mentioning, this one is the easiest to build in terms of the chances for success, not by the crafting process itself, which in flat bows often requires more effort. The most iconic bow, the English longbow. This bow is legendary, widely used in the history, loved in the pop culture, and respected by bowyers. The term English longbow covers a variety of slightly different designs, but typically it refers to a long, narrow yew bow with a rounded belly and full compass tiller, meaning the entire length bends. Some of the best preserved examples were recovered from the wreck of the Mary Rose. Interestingly, nearly all longbows found there, used in the 16th century, were made of yew. The natural hardwood sapwood contrast and the properties of this material make yew bows not only stunning but also excellent as a weapon. Traditionally, the knob grooves were reinforced with cowhorn to prevent the string from cutting into the wood, especially since English longbows were known for their high draw weights and long draw lengths. These were genuinely fearsome weapons believed to have changed the course of European warfare. The most fun bow, the Penobscot bow. Now let's jump to another continent and visit Native American bow traditions. The Penobscot bow is, in my opinion, one of the most fun bows to use. It's a cable-backed laminated construction with a smaller bow mounted on the back and connected with small strings. Why build something like this? Because this solution allows the bowyer to compensate for weaker wood. The secondary bow helps to deal with the stress, making the whole setup stronger and more durable. This allows to make bows from the materials that alone wouldn't make successful and effective self bows. And the fun part? The building process itself is already exciting, even though it takes more work, but shooting and customizing it is just absolutely awesome. These bows look almost fantasy-like, and you can tune them by adjusting the cables or even adding additional sub-bows. Judging from the views on my Penobscot bow videos, a lot of you found them exciting too. With a bit of creativity, time and patience, you can create absolutely unique, one-of-a-kind pieces inspired by this amazing design. Definitely worth trying. And finally, my personal favorite, the hoopah style bow. To be honest, this is a tough choice because my preferences change often. But if I had to pick one bow to take with me into the wild right now, it would be a Native American inspired hoopah style bow. I've made a few of them, and my favorite version uses black locust as the core with a rawhide backing, plus a working handle. These bows are tricky to tailor and balance correctly, but absolutely worth the effort. What I love the most about them is the combination of compact size, the ability to take a surprisingly long draw length, extra protection coming from rawhide, and overall, great performance. No doubt, these are essential features of a good bow, used in the field in demanding conditions. Moreover, the wide rawhide back surface gives you a perfect canvas for custom designs on the back. I love that part. It's always fun to add personal accent to your weapon. And what about you? What are your favorite bow types? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to dive even deeper in the bow making, check out my proven ebooks available at dreamcraftbows.com. All the best, guys.